Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for an extremely special video. So I meant to upload this yesterday, but I was just a little bit overwhelmed, so I just took a day off. That's why I didn't upload anything. But October 15th, man, that marks the anniversary of the night that I downloaded Marvel Contest of Champions. I still remember it quite vividly. And my memory's definitely not what it used to be. But it was a Saturday night, and I was bored. I had nothing to do, and I had been playing like a DC mobile game. I think it was called DC Legends. And I looked up like some YouTube videos about it, and I came across a video from Yeet OS and Seaton Man of Legends, who tried the game, gave it a review, and then immediately made the comparison to like the Marvel counterparts. And, what I had seen those like kind of weeks prior to the October 15th. And I was like, forget that Marvel game, bro. Like, I came here to listen about the DC game, I was a bit more of a DC fanboy, I would say, back then. That was grade 12. I was watching like Arrow, The Flash. I was really into those shows at the time. I still like Marvel. I still love Spider-Man more than anyone. But I was more in a bit of a DC era at that time. Batman. And then so it was a Saturday night, and I was just bored, and I was like, you know what? And I was like kind of reaching a point where I'd have to kind of spend money on the DC game to really start to advance further. And I didn't really want to do that. So I was like, you know what? All right, let's download this Marvel game. Let's give it a try. What do I got to lose? I'm bored. It's the weekend. Why not? All right, so I download it, and I'm playing for like, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour. And I'm enjoying it. I'm reading through every little piece of dialogue in the story, and it's like, this is so cool. I'm playing this game, but it feels like a movie, like with this story. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, they should make a movie about this game. Like, this is a cool storyline. And then, about like an hour into playing the game, I get a text from one of my best friends, Jeff, and he's like, yo, what are you doing? And I was like, yo, man, I just downloaded this new game. He's like, oh, what game? Jeff must have been bored too, because he downloaded the game as well, and then we started playing it together. And it was really nice. Like, if my one of my best friends never downloaded the game, I can't say for certain that I would have like stuck with it, But me and him started playing it together for like, I want to say a month, maybe a little over a month. And back then, like, we were always like, who's better? I'm like, I don't know, I'm pretty good. I think I'm better than you. He's like, nah, I'm better than you. And my friend Jeff is, he's very talented at pretty much whatever he does. Like, he played a lot of Counter-Strike. He was insane at that game, though. He was really good. Like, if Jeff kept playing, bro, I absolutely think he could be just as good as me now, if not better, bro. He'd be like Bureau Man. But like after a bit over a month, Jeff stopped playing, and then I kept playing. And then we got to around Christmas time, and that's when it all changed, dude. That is when it all changed, because I uploaded my very first Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube video. So I had uploaded a couple videos on my channel before. These were from the PS4. I used to play a lot of competitive Call of Duty, and these were some competitive matches where I played pretty well, and I had uploaded those. And then, so 8 years ago, my first ever MCOC video, it was a Christmas crystal opening right around the gifting event. Then the next one was the Greater Gifting Crystals, man. And that's how it all started, just uploading crystal openings, because that's what I enjoyed watching on YouTube at the time. And I was like, I kind of want to get in on that. So I did. You see, the first majority of my videos are all just like openings. Then I made like some Alliance War. And like I just kind of kept going with it. And I would say there's one video that really did well for me. Like these videos up here, this one has 5K views. That definitely did not have 5K views like early on. But there's one video, I think it was against Iceman. Yeah, this right here. So Master Mode, which was like the highest EQ difficulty at the time, and this was when EQ was important. It was this Iceman had just come out. and I was showing how to fight him. And I was just using, bro, the GOAT, Captain America World War II. This man, I use this guy all the time, bro. He's awesome. And this was my first ever video that got like a few thousand views. I think like, at the time I got like 2,000-3,000 views. That was huge for me, you know? And like it's so cool to look back on. It's been 9 full years now. It was October 15th, 2016 that I first downloaded the game. And I've been playing it pretty much every day since, except for a period in 2018. I took like a 2-3 month break. I actually thought I quit the game, but I did end up coming back. This game, man, it always finds a way to bring you back. But yeah, let's take a look at the account. We're going to do a bit of an account tour, how far we've come over the course of these last 9 years, which is just like, it's so difficult for my brain to think. Like, I've been doing this for 9 years. Like, it blows my mind when I really think about how much time it's been. But the account has come such a long way. We've finally reached 10 million total base hero rating, which was always my goal. I remember, again, early on, when me and Jeff were still playing, I remember we were at the mall, eating lunch. I remember looking at the leaderboard, seeing Jenseram at the top, and he had, like, at the time, probably like 300,000 rating or something back then, you know. And I remember thinking, I'm gonna catch that guy. You know, I don't care if we're racing to 10 million. I will eventually catch that guy, and I did. I was also racing Brian Grant to 10 million. He used to be way higher total base hero rating than me, but then he stopped playing, so not really a fair race. But all my competitors dropped out of the race, but I finally made it to 10 million. We're at 1,554 total heroes. My prestige is just shy of 31,000. And yeah, here's how the profile's looking. My top relic is the Captain America relic, my only rank 2 7-star relic for the homie spot, of course, one of my absolute favorite champions in the game. My PvP fights won, I think that's Arena, 200,000. Your boy used to grind the Arena super duper hard, but I would say in like the last 5 years, nah. But back in the day, oh yeah, my highest Arena win streak was 1,273. That's a lot of Arena, dude. I don't remember who that was for. It might have been for Dr. Doom, and I missed too on Dr. Doom, or it might have been a different champ. I don't remember. But yeah, man, the good old days. Real quick, run through some of my favorite titles here. We've got the Mythic title, the Content Creator title, the OG Legend title. Some Battleground Warrior titles, gotten Celestial 4 a few times. And then the Battle Realm Brawler, one of my absolute favorite titles for sure. Batista Bomb, that's a good one, man. The Batista Challenge, that's an OG celebrity challenge. Bronx Brawler, this is a dope title. This was from winning a New York Comic-Con Daily Championship. The funny thing about this, though, is I don't have the Champions Champion title, which MSD has, for winning an entire NYCC, because when I won it, it was like pre-titles. So I never even got a title for my championship, which is kind of unfortunate, but kind of cool because I'm that OG, you know? And then, of course, the best title in the game. Where is it? Right here. The Pirate King title. I've never put on this title, though, because I'm not worthy of wearing this title yet. I'm not Pirate King level yet. Once I feel like I am, then I'll put on the title. But I just love that I have it in game there waiting for when I finally reach that peak, if that makes sense. So let's say those are all my favorites. Actually, no, there's one more, the Web Slinger title as well. This guy. That was from the Web Slinger. I think that's actually where I got my first Legends title from. It was in this challenge. It was a Spider-Man Celebrity Challenge. Way back in 2017, man. The good old days. The golden days of the contest. Yeah, we got a lot of freaking titles. Those are the notable ones. Oh my god, I have so many freaking titles. I remember when Kabam came out with a title, it was like King of the Dead, and it was supposed to be like this special title, and I was looking through my titles, and I found a King of the Dead title already in there. I was like, oh, that's funny. And then we'll run through the profile pics really quick. I'm currently rocking my absolute favorite profile picture, King Deadpool with the little heart. I love it. But yeah, I'm a little bit of a profile picture collector. I'll spend 500 units on one if I like it, and then typically never really use it again. But yeah, I like to collect some of them. Alright, let's go take a look at some other areas of the game. Story content, of course, this is all complete. Every ounce of it. All the old back issues are complete as well. Man, I miss back issues. Again, these are like the golden days of the past. These are so much fun to do. Bam should bring back the variants. Special quests. Pretty much done everything in here 100%. Like, except didn't like finish all the lines in that. Didn't do the lower level difficulty in that. It's like all I really got left in here. Lower level difficulty in these, you know, but the highest difficulties are done. I'm just too lazy to do it all. That's pretty much it for content. As far as my crystal stash goes, don't got anything too crazy going on right now. Just the bog standard stuff, really. Got a couple thousand crystals of, you know, the old stuff. The play was to always save these for when you needed them. And now you can just buy them from stores, so don't even really have a reason to open them. Got a little bit of Titan shards saving up for my birthday on October 29th. That's when you guys can expect a pretty juicy crystal opening on the main account. We'll have two Titan Nexus crystals, at least one from the first comp and then one from the second comp. Yeah, nothing too crazy going on in the crystal tab. Alright, let's go ahead and head over to the inventory. Again, nothing too crazy going on in catalysts. Kind of getting close to another rank 4 again. We're going to get another 2-7 from the second batch of compensation. Yeah, my stash is pretty built up on items. Just awaiting the next piece of endgame content to burn all my consumables on, really. Waiting for Necropolis 2 to drop. And here, Awakening Gems. I've pulled like 3 or 4 Tech Awakening Gems, man. I just keep pulling Tech. It's so annoying. Skill as well. This is like my 3rd or 4th skill gem. It's so frustrating. I got one of these Rebirth Gems. Probably gonna use this on like Anti-Venom or something. Or Dr. Voodoo. It's really the notable stuff in here. Yeah. Boosts, nothing crazy going on here. Other, oh, there's probably some cool stuff in other. Alloys and embers don't matter. But let's see, is there anything cool in here? I'm saving a bunch of XP tokens to just cash them all in at one point. Maybe go up a couple levels. Anything cool in here? What is this? Healing Factor Arena ticket. That is old. That is very old. Yeah, what is this? Hasbro Hammer Raffle. I don't even remember what that's from. Is this the key to the Labyrinth? Dude, I really loved how they did Labyrinth, how there's an entire quest that you had to go through to get a key to then unlock the next big quest. I love that concept. Again, hopefully they do it with Necropolis 2 or whatever the next thing is. But alright, let's get to the best part, and that is the champions. So, let's start from the bottom. 1 stars. Looks like I'm missing Ultron and OG Cap, but that's it. 2 stars. I'm trying to get all of my 2 stars to max level. You know, I've done a pretty good job. 2 stars are pretty easy to keep up with. I only have like a few. Yeah, it's like 6 champs not fully maxed out yet. Then 3 stars, same thing. I'm trying to get all my 3 stars up just to increase my total base hero rating. And with the buffs to the Glory Store lately, it's going to be a lot easier to just rank up your lower level champs. So I'm trying to do that. But yeah, 3-star roster is certainly coming along. 4-star roster, I haven't really been trying to rank up too many champions here. It's just I got to deal with 2 and 3 stars first before I get on to 4 stars. But you know, I do have a decent amount of them. At like rank 5. So not too bad. But there's just so many 4 stars. Looks like there's quite a few I don't have as well. 5 stars. To me, 5 stars is, again, it's like the golden era of star level for champions. Because when I first started playing, like 5 stars existed and they were the top dogs. but like the 5-star pool only had like 16 champions in it or something. It was super low amount. Magic was in that original pool. Star-Lord was in that original pool. And I just couldn't pull them though. Those are the champs that I wanted to pull, and I just could not for the life of me pull them. Instead, I kept pulling this one bum. Not you. Your counterpart. Where's the other bum? This guy. I pulled this guy like I think 3 times out of my first 5-star crystals, and it was just the most frustrating thing, man. Like I just wanted to pull Star-Lord so I could do Labyrinth of Legends, but I could not for the life of me pull him. So I had to wait until Star-Lord went to Arena, but you couldn't get 5 stars, so I had to get the 4-star Star-Lord from Arena, and then I used him in Labyrinth for my very first clear. But I'm glad it ended up going that way because I streamed that first Labyrinth run, and it was really great for the channel. So, yeah, I remember Seaton came into that stream, and I was just, like, crapping my pants. Like, oh, my God, Seaton's in my stream? Like, crazy. But, yeah, man, 5 stars. 5 stars were where it was at. I missed the 5-star days. That's how I got my 5-star Stark Enhanced Spider-Man. This guy alone really just made my channel take off, dude. Getting this guy was my first video to ever go past 10,000 views, 20,000 views, 30,000 views. It was insane. Getting him, like, within the first few days that he dropped, uploading that video, like, it more than doubled my subscriber count. It was crazy. Stark's Buddies had my back since day one. Since this man came out, he's had my back. Appreciate you, Stark Spidey, and I'm so glad that I've been able to make a challenge with him as a 5-star. You know, it's perfect. So yeah, 5-star is definitely my personal favorite star level, I would say. And let's go over the entire roster here. I think I have majority of the 5 stars in MCOC. Let's see, how many am I missing here? Shouldn't be too many. Not too bad. Too bad. About 2 full rows. That's not bad at all. About 12 champions. Alright, 6 stars. 6 stars, honestly, was probably my least favorite star level overall. Out of what I've perceived and played as the highest star level, with originally 5 stars, then 6 stars, now 7 stars, I would say 6 stars was by far the worst. Like, the worst era of MCOC. The most mishandled star level. For sure. Like, the 6-star release was just a mess. When it started, the 6-star pool was just filled with mediocre champs, and I kept pulling them. Like, I just kept pulling garbage. I kept getting Sig 40 on my garbage champs. And it was the most, again, it's the same thing with the 5 stars, with my first 5 pulls. It was the most frustrating thing. You know, like, I give Kabam some forgiveness on the 5-star, how all that worked, because they were still figuring it out. But by the time they came out with 6 stars, they could have handled it a million other ways, a million better different ways. Another thing with 6 stars is that, like, we were stuck on like 6-star rank 3s for like a year. Like, it felt like almost like 2 years. It probably wasn't that long, but it just felt so long. They just stretched the lifespan of 6-star rank 3s for so long, and it just made the 6-star life cycle feel terrible. It just did not feel good. So yeah, man, low-key a bit of a 6-star hater. The one good thing I can say is that, though, they did kind of save the saving grace for 6 stars is that they kept them relevant with Ascension, and I think that's still to this day one of the best pro player moves Kabam did. You know, keeping 6 stars relevant as the next star level came out. Because I still used 6 stars for so long once 7 stars came out, and I feel like 6 stars were still better for quite a long time. You know, until we really got to like 7-star rank 3s, then that's when 6 stars started to die down a bit. But like 7-star rank 1, rank 2s, like I was still totally on the 6-star train because I can take these 6 stars to Sig 200 easily. Whereas 7 stars, especially in the beginning, it was so difficult to, you know, get those resources. My favorite 6-star champion, who would that be? Might be Nick Fury. Nick Fury's definitely up there. Absman, another one. I loved how much better of a player Absorbing Man made me. You know, Scorpion, another one, dude. I won so many matches in Battlegrounds with Scorpion, and so many matchups that like I screwed up in, got hit, took a bunch of damage, but then was able to heal it back with his Petrify special 2, and then finish the fight with full health and win. Like I did that so many times. Oh man, I love Scorpion. Love that guy. CGR, another one, just such a menace. Helped to get me my Mythic title. Speaking of the Mythic title, another big contributor to that was Ghost. Man, love Ghost. The good old Ghost days, man. Ooh, with the full Ghost team. Ghost, Ant-Man, or no, Ghost, Wasp, Hood. That was the real Ghost team. Ant-Man was just there for more damage. You don't really need that. On like a war team, man, Ghost put in so much work. Archangel, another one, dude. Archangel, such a crazy champion. Yeah, Magneto. I remember when Magneto got buffed, I was on a camping trip and reading his buff and everything. I'm like, oh my god, they're finally doing the Master of Magnetism justice. It was so hype, dude. Magneto's still to this day one of the best buffs Kabam's ever done, especially like for the time. You know, like back in the game has changed so much, and Magneto could totally still be relevant as a 7-star, but like back in the day, like I think it was like 1/3 of the game was metal. So like Magneto after his buff just like immediately countered an entire third of the game. Like that is insane. Like Torch, you know, he countered the Mystic class. Like that's 1/6 of the game. Magneto's doing double that. Like an insane buff, man. Yeah. 6-star era. I do have a lot of fond memories with this, but just the start of it was handled so poorly, and they just stretched out the life cycle so long. So like the beginning and the middle of 6 stars was just god awful, but the end of them was good. Kabam at least pulled out the end of the 6-star lifespan. But then we got to 7 stars, and I would say Kabam has finally learned their lesson with their missteps with the 6 stars, and they did a great job with 7 stars. You know, at least like the base starting pool for 7 stars, there was only really like 2 bad champions in there with Venom the Duck and Sauron, I would say. And Sauron's not even that bad. Venom the Duck is pretty bad, I'd say. So there was some misses, but for the most part, you know, the 7-star starting pool was good. And then now we got the whole Titan system, and I really liked it. I remember, it's funny, man. It's so funny because when Kabam first announced the way that the Titan Crystal was going to work, I was like, this is awesome. This seems like a great thing. And I remember like KT1 and some other people like just crapping all over the Titan system, and a bunch of people were hating on it. And I was like, I didn't understand why. And like, I think, yeah, the Titan has aged so well, dude. The way the Titan Crystal functions, giving us a free way to get brand new champions, pretty much almost not guaranteed, but if you save up enough Titan shards, you save up enough Titan nexuses, like you're gonna get the champs that you want eventually, you know. I love the Titan system. I think Kabam really handled the introduction of 7 stars well, while still respecting the 6 stars, you know. And 7 stars have been a lot of fun for me. My favorite 7-star gotta be Stark Spidey, and then Spot. I love those guys so much. Honestly, Spider-Woman is up there too, for sure. Deathless Thanos, for sure. And with like the ability to, you know, get, speaking of, let's go ahead and claim a 7-star real quick. I haven't claimed this guy yet. Our Miles, first appearance. Let's get that guy. Get a brand new 7-star added to the roster. So he should be like shiny. Yeah, it's cool. Like, I would love to get this effect on my Stark Spidey, on my Deathless Thanos, on my Spot. That'd be so cool. I really would love to get stuff like that on my favorite champions. Like, I feel like if you got Stark Spidey from my challenge, and you picked him from there, like, you should definitely... You did my challenge within, like, the first couple months, or, like, first 6 months. You should get this look on him. I would love that. Retroactive first appearance. It'd be so cool. But yeah, let's just go class by class. So, some of my favorite champions science class: Spider-Woman, Spot, Human Torch. I say those are my top 3 favorite science champs for sure. Out of the science champs I don't have, I would like to get Red Guardian. He was a paywall champion. I didn't really participate in that event, so I never got him. But he seems really good after his buff. I Still a Silk hater through and through. Counterfaria, definitely love this guy. I want to get him up to rank 4 eventually. And MCOC was actually my latest rank 4. This was just for Alliance War defense. But yeah, this was my 20th rank 4. I didn't even make a video because I don't think anyone cares about rank 4 MCOC. But yeah, moving on to the skill class. You all know it's Nick Fury, the GOAT. Favorite skill champ in the game, without a shadow of a doubt. He's been the skill GOAT since he came out. Nothing's changing that. Do like Bullseye. Actually, I honestly like Bullseye more as an attacker than a defender. I have a ton of fun playing him, especially in like an Alliance War setting. He cooks for me, man. He's so good. And then a champ that's really been growing on me lately is Yelena. Been bringing her to Alliance War as well as an attacker with this season's tactic, and man, she's been cooking. Yeah, I think Yelena, myself, I'm guilty of this. I've been underrating her as an attacker. I think she's a pretty good attacker, actually, man. She's pretty fun too, and like a really nice safety net once you are in your elimination mode with having your reversal. You know, if you mess up, it's a nasty safety net. It's pretty sweet. A skill champ that yeah, all right, let's play a fun game. So I'll name champs that I like in each class, and then one champion that I don't like in each class. So in science, it was Silk. In skill, it's Okoye, man. I'm not rank 4ing her. I rank 4'd Carolina over her based on your guys' vote on a live stream, and I'm so happy I did that. After playing Okoye, I hate the combos. I despise those combos, man. I don't like playing her at all. Honestly, the game was doing me a favor by not letting me pull her for so long, and I'm bitter. I am bitter that I wasn't able to pull her the entire Brawl seasons. You know, if I did, we wouldn't. She'd be rank 4 already. But she didn't want to come to me until it was too late. Now I don't want you. I don't want her now. So no, go away, Okoye. All right, mutant class. Of course, the GOAT, Onslaught. But an OG pick is Iceman. I love that Dave gave us all a free Iceman. Gonna want to get him up one day. If I had a skill gem, if I could stop pulling tech and skill, I'd maybe give him one. But yeah, Onslaught, Sinister, Jean, like the 3 best mutants. Yeah, they're so powerful and just fun to use, all 3 of them in their own unique ways. I like all 3 of them the most, for sure, and then they're just powerful. Another good one though is Deadpool. Deadpool's buff, pretty slick. Using him in some of the Brawl seasons to fight Yelena's and just like nuke her entire health bar once you're set up. Like, it's really fun. Deadpool X-Force is a crazy cool buff. Really hope they give some of that same treatment to the OG red version. Alright, let's move on to Cosmic. So, who's a champ that I don't like in the Cosmic class? Oh, Serpent. Yeah. Despise Serpent. Pretty much all around as a defender. I don't really like to play him on offense. Like, the only time I really play him is kind of when I need to. I just really don't like the guy. And yeah, I'm bitter. Yeah, absolutely bitter that he never got rebalanced. Just hate the champ. Just despise his design, how punishing he is in a million different ways. It's way too much for a regular release champion. Brian Grants said it best, that Serpent feels like an end of act content boss fight, not a regular release champion. So yeah, that's my hate pick. Dark Phoenix as well on defense. On offense, I love Dark Phoenix, but on defense, hater. Just complete love-hate relationship there. And then 3 favorite Cosmics for sure. Thanos #1, the GOAT, and then his son, Cull Obsidian. Love Cull's buff, dude. It's awesome. And then 3rd, honestly, a sleeper pick, probably Carolina. She's so new, but man, she's just so much fun. Just such a fun champion to play. I've really enjoyed learning her, and I still have much room for improvements. It's just a really well-designed, cool champ. I think it was Kabam Honeydew that made Carolina. Yeah, they just absolutely cooked. Really, really cool champion. Yeah, those are my top picks. I do also like Maestro, honestly, just for sheer nostalgia sake. As I was saying at the beginning of the video, I used to read all the story content. I would say up until about Act 5, I read like every single piece of dialogue in the story. So like when Maestro finally got like revealed, like he was just like a shadowy figure in the background for the longest time, you know, the collector working for him. When he finally got revealed, I was like, oh my god, so hype. I remember, I think it was a YouTuber named, what was it? I think it was Texas Hitman, I think was his name. And I remember watching a YouTube video of him, and he was showing off that someone had defeated Labyrinth of Legends, and they were showing like the final Maestro boss, and like his PI and his health pool, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, oh my god, that's the biggest boss in the game. Like, holy fudge, like I thought Act 4 Maestro was a big boss. Like, that's nothing. Like, Labyrinth Maestro is the god of MCOC. Like, how do you even beat that? Like, and I remember just thinking how cool Maestro was, you know. So when we finally got a playable version, like, I was so hyped. Then I was a little disappointed that he's, you know, not really that good of an attacker, but you know, he does have a lot of utility with all of his immunities and stuff, and just the fact that like this trophy is playable, I love it. So I'll always have a special place in my heart for Maestro, and he's like an old man Hulk. Like, that's just so cool. That killed like so many beings in his universe. He's got Cap's shield. He has like Magneto's helmet and stuff. Like, he's awesome. So yeah, man, Maestro's awesome. Oh, and then of course I can't forget my boy Gallon. You know, me and Gallon have certainly drifted apart. But at one point he was no contest my favorite Cosmic Champion in the game, without a doubt. Like, even when Hulkling was in his prime, I still preferred Gallon. But times have certainly changed. But I still love Gallon, but just not as much as I once did. Alright, let's move on to tech. Words are not even needed. Stark Spidey, #1 GOAT of all time. Out of any class, anytime, anywhere. My GOAT. One tech champion that I hate. Who would that be? It's hard to pick only one. No, I'm just kidding. Probably say Howard the Duck. Low key. Just always hated this guy. Like, I remember he came out 2 months after I started playing. I started playing October 2016, and Howard the Duck came out December 2016 alongside Hyperion. Loved Hyperion, but like a duck in a mech suit, like, what? And he was just garbage for like 7 years. He was just a terrible, terrible, god-awful champion. Then they finally buffed him. And by that point, again, like, I was just low-key bitter about how bad he's always been, and I just never really wanted to give him a chance. But then I'd always see Brian playing him and cooking with him, but still, I never really came around, and I still don't even freaking have him, so yeah, it's whatever. It's whatever. Some other good picks, though. Bastion, man. Bastion's insane. I've been using this guy all the time in war. He's been putting in that work. I do like Zola, but not really a favorite. Fam, probably one of my other favorites. Just a really, really cool tech champion that just does so much. You know, he's just I would say he's definitely like the most well-rounded tech champion. He can do like everything. He's great. And the power control especially, my favorite part about Fam. And then we get to the Mystic class. So #1 here for sure, Symbiote Supreme, dude. I love this guy so much. Got a lot of lore with the homie Sim Supreme, and he's just so cool looking, man. He just looks phenomenal. So good. Juggernaut, kabam, did Juggernaut justice. Like, again, when I was talking about Magneto earlier, I would say they did Juggernaut even more so justice. Like, oh, they just nailed this buff. They nailed it so hard. Juggernaut is so powerful, and then they gave him his own relic too, to just give him regen and make him even more OP, which is crazy. Can't believe they did that. But man, like, I remember, like, before relics even came out, it was Eternity. I think it was Eternity of Pain, EOP. I was going through that, and there was these tagged pools that you needed to use to complete like the Korean challenges for it. and Juggernaut just so happened to be listed in 2 pools. So I did an entire run with, I think it was like a 6-star rank 3 Juggernaut, and like rank 4 was the highest rank at the time, but if you completed EOP you got a 6-star 4 to 5 rank up gem. But like before that, and that was the first ever free to play rank up gem available, but before that rank 4 was the highest rank, and I was using, I think it was a rank 3 Juggernaut, so I was using a lower rank and it didn't matter. Like I was just running through EOP with him. It was disgusting. Like underranked jugs, just clearing the most endgame content with ease and getting a double pool done. It was peak jug content, man. He's such an animal. And then I would say I do like Werewolf. Do like Sassy. Do like Rinshra. The furry beasts. Dude, honestly, I really want to like and love Dracula, but like his damage and survivability just is not what it needs to be. And like the thing I told Kabam in the CCP, I was like, how is a regular human being in Yelena get full poison immunity to the entirety of the battle realm, and their justification for that is Red Room training on Earth? A regular human being that's trained against earthly poisons is immune to every single type of poison in the battle realm, from cosmic beings, from mystical beings, from what have you. Fully immune. But Dracula, the 500-plus-year-old immortal vampire, can't even get a resistance to a damage over time? Like, really? Oh, like it's so frustrating, man. Kabam logic. Ah! I want Dracula to be so good, dude. I really hope he gets buffed. Because if he does, I could see him becoming one of my favorite mystics. Because I think he's got the good building blocks to an amazing champion. He just needs more damage and some more survivability, and hopefully some resistances. And then I think he'd be good. Like I told Kabam, like give him like what Hercules has, like some resistance to bleed and poison. I think that'd be perfect. If you don't want to give him full immunities, give him some resistance. Give him something. He's the immortal vampire. Oh, and then a special honorable mention has got to go to Scarlet Witch, dude. If we jump back over to my early days on YouTube, I think, was it in this one? It might have been in this one where I ended up pulling Scarlet Witch. Yeah. Is this it? Oh man, this is some potato quality here. 360p. But yeah, I think this is it. This was the magical 4-star crystal that changed the course of my account. Right here. Is this it? Oh, that was Black Widow. Black Widow was a big pull. Looks like I already had her. Did I get Scarlet Witch here? Oh yeah, I think it's right here. So another 4-star. Some potato quality here. And boom. Look at me freaking out.
Yes. Best Christmas ever.
Best Christmas ever, bro. That was an account-changing pull right there. 4-star Scarlet Witch. On my first ever YouTube video that I uploaded, man. This Christmas CEO blessing with Scarlet Witch, dude. Once I pulled the 4-star, like I was using the 3-star Scarlet Witch to run through Realm of Legends with ease. Once I pulled that 4-star, I just started doing every piece of content available that I could. Did everything. Pretty much outside of Labyrinth of Legends, because Kabam specifically put in the dulled node to not allow Scarlet Witch to cook in there. But like the rest of the game, I was just running through with Scarlet Witch. She was like the most broken champion ever. I'll have to like go and look to see if I can find some gameplay with her from back then, and if I can, yeah, like if you guys want to see some pre 12.0 gameplay on like Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, I can try to find that. I might have some. I don't know. I think that'd be a cool video, because like people don't understand just how ridiculous of a champion she was. basically, like, just to give you like a bit of a synopsis of what she would do. Basically, stun lock the opponent. So you just stun lock the, like, you get like 2-3 stuns on the opponent at one time if your RNG is good. Basically, you keep them perma stun locked. Okay, so they're just stun locked. They can't even do anything. All right. Next thing, you're power draining, power stealing them, power locking them. So you're power controlling them. So first of all, they're stunned. Second of all, if they're not stunned, well, they don't have any power to do anything. Third, boom, you're triggering constant buffs on yourself. Fury buffs to increase your damage. Cruelty buffs to increase your critical damage. So those scale together like crazy. So like you drop a special 2, boom, you crit for 100,000 on a 4-star. It's insane. And then guess what else you're triggering? Constant regeneration buffs. So you're just constantly healing back to full if you ever even take any damage. Like that's just a taste of what she was doing. All that working together, like firing all the time, is just ridiculous. It was so insane. So yeah, Scarlet Witch will always have a special place for the broken cheese. I truly think Scarlet Witch is the most broken champion we've ever had in game. I like it. There's no other champion that can really compare, and that's just her as a 4-star. It's just ridiculous what she was doing, man. That was like the whole basis for 12.0. There was other champions that were crazy broken, but she was the standout by far. So yeah, guys, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this video. You know, in the 9 years I've been playing this game, I've accomplished a lot. I've won some tournaments. You know, I've made it to the Battle Round Brawl. Got my jersey up there. But by far, the one thing that I am most proud of, out of everything, is my channel. You know, I got my plaque right there for reaching 100,000 subscribers. And that's all thanks to you guys. You guys have truly changed the trajectory of my life. And I cannot thank you guys enough. Seriously, thank you for all the love and support over the years. Nothing else in my life compares to the achievements of my channel. I'm just so proud of it, what I've built, and the community, the great people that I've fostered. Is that the right word? I don't know. But just I love this channel, my community, you guys. Thank you for all the support on this 9-year journey. And the journey's not even close to being over yet. So that's gonna wrap it for this video, guys. It was a long one, but it was just so much fun taking a trip down memory lane for 9 years playing the game. I still can't believe it's been that long. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. We're so freaking close to 120,000 subscribers. I would love to hit that before my birthday. You guys are the best. Peace out.